Yeah.
And sometimes we'll carry the luggage of who we were, and sometimes pride can be hidden inside of that luggage, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So, Sophia, listen. Today we got to deal with pride in a marriage, and
Yes.
this is something about pride in marriage. A lot of people, they don't even know that pride has overwhelmed their marriage, because I think what happened is, as you come into a marriage, you gotta distance yourself or grow out of the stage of a boyfriend and girlfriend,
Yeah.
because it's not an instant change,
Yes.
and sometimes we'll carry the luggage of who we were, and sometimes pride can be hidden inside of that luggage, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then I think also, when your spouse may recognize that pride within
Yeah.
you that you may not know of, you're calling your spouse out as, okay, they're always attacking me,
Yeah.
and you don't know what's going on, but they're
Yeah.
trying to tell you something that you're not willing to listen to, because
yeah.
you may not see yourself as that. Like, this is like, just give me an example.
Say, okay, say like it. Let's talk about arguments. So
Okay.
when couples have arguments, a lot of times this person will go this way. They won't allow the argument to heal. When people say, okay, they make up, but they didn't they didn't really attack what their argument was about,
Yeah.
because it wasn't really based on healing the argument. It was based on healing themselves. So if I have pride, and I'm not gonna allow you to heal that argument, I'm gonna go this way, you gonna go that way,
Yeah.
and I ain't gonna make up with you until you come and say I'm sorry, even though
Yeah.
I was the root of the argument.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But pride will cause that in an argument, in a marriage, and then it'll cause a rift. A small rift will end up into a big rift.
So that argument can continue to keep going and going until they attack the root of that argument.
The root
In
of
other
the
words,
argument. Yeah. It's like if it was a money problem, right? Instead of if they make up just off of I'm sorry, that money problem will draw back up, just because they didn't attack what the argument was about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If it was about money, if it was about he spending too much, then you have to say, okay, we got to manage better. Then it'll be solved.
Yeah.
But when pride comes in, pride won't allow you to see the full scope.
It's pretty much like the Bible verse where it says, where there is strife, there is pride. So it kind of goes with that, what you're saying.
It do. It goes along with it.
But I think, once you begin to take on that counsel, like, take that advice, okay, you're saying I have this, you're saying I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Take time to reflect on yourself, to see what you're doing. And even ask God, because he'll show you, like, okay, yeah, I have been doing this, doing that in that area, or whatever. So that way you can be like, okay, let me calm down. Because you're never going to get, I don't think a person ever is going to get rid of the issue, because it's a heart issue, unless they check it, hey, we have to deal with this right here. And once you deal with that, I think, your marriage can grow, but pride can definitely hinder a marriage.
Man, look, you said something amazing, very amazing. You said pride was a heart issue. It's not something like that just comes about like a conversation. That's something that you have to say, okay, I have pride in this area, because you got pride in different areas. I have pride in this area. I'm gonna give you an example. Just like say a man, and some men won't be romantic to a woman because they hold on to the a character of how men supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? This the thing about when you become married. You have to get rid of something, like a reputation in the streets, a reputation among men, a reputation among society. That don't matter now, because now your reputation is being a good husband. That's what it's all about. It's not about being who you used to be. Now that you come into marriage, that now your reputation is being a good husband. So sometimes pride won't allow a man to be romantic to his wife, because their pride hinders and stop their flow.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Just like a man, honor causes him to thrive. Romance causes a wife to thrive too.
Yeah. Yep, it does. So basically, like the man sets the tone for the marriage, pretty much, because if he's romantic and he's showing his side of affection, he's allowing the wife to open up, more and more and more, so that their marriage can thrive. Yeah. But if he's constantly like, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I ain't washing dishes, that's a woman's job, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She may kind of back away from this marriage. Now the marriage, like, she may feel that she's upkeeping the marriage and he's not putting in any effort, to do anything. Yeah. There's women like that too. Like the man probably take up the whole weight of the marriage, and the woman's like, I ain't cooking nothing. He better go cook himself.
Right.
Things like that.
So in a sense, a woman can have pride to reject romance. Why you think that? Why you think it's that?
Maybe because she never had it. She never seen it. Maybe either she grew up in a 2-parent home. If she did, she probably never saw her parents being affectionate. If she grew up in a single parent home, she probably never saw it. It has different factors. I just think mainly not used to it, probably.
And that's a sense of pride with a woman. But like you said, how a man sets the tone. This is because a lot of people get the head of the house confused, very confused. We're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother story. But it's not the fact that it's a structure to everything in life. When you go into a job, it's a boss. Not saying that the man is the boss, but he has to oversee the structure of the home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so even to bring forth that atmosphere of affection, it calls a woman to really open up to who she's supposed to be as a wife. And it flourishes a stream. You know what I'm saying? And so like how you said, a man sets the tone, meaning a man orchestrates, how the flow of the house, and then a woman, once he orchestrates, and then she open up, herself, she opened up her emotions, and I'm telling you, marriage is a flow. It's a cycle,
She can flow right into his whatever he got going on, because he set the tone. And why? Okay, when it comes to a man probably being I'm not doing this, whatever, I'm not being romantic. Why not? Does he think his boy's gonna see him or something?
It's funny. It be the boys never know. Some of the things.
Yeah.
I may tell somebody, man, I write my wife a note every day. They were, why? You know what I'm saying? It's not the fact. Sometimes honor has to be shown. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no benefits out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I write you a letter every day, every morning, I do that so when you wake up, you're honored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or when you cook, or when I come home and you have these small things or these things waiting on me, it's not that, okay, you get a reward for it. It's just that, okay, you feel honored, and I'm telling y'all, it causes a marriage to thrive, right? But pride, just like how we say marriage is a river, pride will be a dam to stop that flow.
Yes.
I
remember we were listening to Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
And he was talking about his friend, I guess his friend was having marital problems. And he was like, Eric Thomas was like, iron her clothes or something. He was like, man, I'm not ironing her clothes. That's going to look like a punk. And no one's around to see, her, to see you honoring her clothes, so.
I think every time they make me a punk. Because those words, it's funny because those junior high antics, man. Those are your mentality have to shift. There has to be a growth in you and a growth in a marriage.
Yes.
All those bills of marriage. Our marriage probably couldn't sustain 18 years
without God.
I said it right, huh?
Yeah.
Man, come on, I'm in there. But no, I can sustain 18 years just because the thing that we implemented and sometimes we didn't know that, you know, pride could creep in without us knowing, and then until God opened up, you know, our understanding of how a marriage supposed to be structured and how a marriage flow, and then, you know, it's just been smooth sailing.
And then I also think, you know, also with the pride issue, like, let's say you had some pride somewhere. Let's say, I don't know, just say you had somewhere. I think, you know, God also give the spouse, like, understanding of why this person may be this way. That way, when you, if I address you about it, I know how to come to you with it, you know, not just go off on you. You know, I have a, okay, well, let me see why he's like this.
Yeah. And you know what? And the thing, Sophia, with even with pride, if you see I have an issue, and if I see you have an issue, as you grow in marriage, it's not for you to nitpick it. It's for you to build that person so they can come out of that issue or come out of that pride. You know, like we said, pride can go in, can really go in different areas of your life. You know, it could be pride in cooking, for real. You know, pride in
I had that.
You know, but pride in different aspects of your life. And the thing about it, once you see that, it's not for me to point it out. It's for me to help and build. That's what marriage is about. You build me, I build you, and we come together as one, you know. Or you can't allow other people to build outside of your marriage. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But you know what I'm saying? But it's about building each other, you know. So you won't allow pride to grow, even though pride will come all during your life. But it's about you containing it and maintaining it, you know.
That's good.
It's good?
Yes.
Pride in a marriage.